Now we're going to make a reflected ceiling plan now that we've got our electrical done. So up here in our preset plan views, there isn't one preset here for a reflected ceiling plan that I personally like to use. So we're going to make a new one. And the way that we do that is we go over here to our project browser. So if that's turned off, you just click that button there. And we're going to go to our plan views. And here's where they're all listed over here in our project browser. So if this menu, if you don't want to use this, you can always go to them here. But I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to make a new saved plan view. And I'm going to call that my reflected ceiling plan. Let's add plan. Okay. All right, so now that made my reflected ceiling plan here, and it has just kept it the way that I had it before with my electrical set and my electrical defaults. So you could change this to a different layer set if you wanted to, or we can also make a new one, which is what we're going to do. We're going to go here to the layer display options, and you can see it's got the layer set here. So there's not one here that I want to use. So I'm going to just start with this electrical set because it does have a good base of the way it looks, how I like it to look for that. So I'm just going to copy that set. And so this is going to make me a new layer set, and I'm going to call this my reflected ceiling layer set. All right, and so right now it's got all the same parameters as my electrical plan, and so I can go in here and turn off and on what I want to see and not see in here, or I can just click OK. And then when I go over here to my active layer display, so now I'm here in my reflected ceiling layer set, in my reflected ceiling layer plan. And I'm going to, for now, I'm going to keep this because let's see how we want this to look. But I do want to turn off all of this other electrical here, the switching and stuff. So I'm going to select that and turn it off. To me, sometimes this is easier to do it like this rather than through the layer display because I can kind of do it visually. If you're in Home Designer Pro, you've got to do it in your layer displays, and of course you don't have a preset. So but I could go in here and just go through the list and turn things on and off. But I actually like to do it like this. So I'm just going to turn that off. So I'm going to turn all that electrical off, and then I'm actually going to turn on my ceiling planes. So that's going to show me where I've got this cathedral ceiling and where I've got my tray ceiling. So the other thing I want to turn off is my cabinetry, my base cabinets, my countertops, and cabinets. I'm going to turn off my full cabinets. I'm just going to go through and turn off all of the stuff that is not on the ceiling. And again, I like to do it this way because I can do it visually rather than go through the list where I can't, and that way if I don't remember what they're called or whatever, I can turn that off. So, okay, everything that was on the electrical layer, all that extra electrical is now turned off, and I can just see my ceiling plan. So this house has a relatively simple ceiling plan. I've got my beams, I've got my tray, and I've got my cathedral here. So that shows. So now I just want to add I'm going to add some notations that are going to show up just in this plan. To set up a new annotation set, we go over here to our default settings, and I've got two icons here for some reason, but we go there, and then we go here to default sets, and we're going to go edit that. And so this brings us to all our different annotation sets. So we're here in the electrical one, but we're going to make a new one for our ceiling set. So there's a new set, and we're going to call this reflected ceiling set. So then they will all match. Okay. So these are all of my options within this set, and I can go in and update any of these. The only thing I'm going to use today is text. I'm just going to make some text notes in there, and so I'm just going to update that. So I'm going to make, right now it's under the electrical, and none of these are the ones that I want to use for this. So I'm going to, because I just want this only to show up on my reflected ceiling plan. So I'm going to make a new one, and I'm going to call this reflected ceiling text is what I'm going to call this. So that takes me to this dialog box. So, and I can go in here to the text style, and I can choose all of these, and then go to my line style here, and I can tell it which layer that I want it to put it on. So I do not have a layer for reflected ceiling, so I'm going to add one. I'm going to add a new layer, which is right here. So I'm going to call this, I'm just going to call this ceiling plan, so I can, ceiling plan, and actually I'm going to do that in all caps so I can find it easily. All right, so now I have a layer just for my ceiling plan. So I'm going to go OK to that. So now any text that I do while I'm in this set will go onto this ceiling plan layer. And then when I'm in other sets, that text won't show up. So I can, I don't want to put any macros or text in there. And I'm just going to keep all of the rest of this as the default. There's the layer that it's going to go on. I'm going to keep everything else as the default, and this is going to be the default text, but I'm going to make this, I'm going to change this text style, and I'm going to just make this a 4-inch text here. So I'm going to click OK. And so now I've got, under my text in this set, I've got my special text that I have set up. And so actually I may want to do some dimensions that only show up in this one too. So I can do the same thing here. I'm going to make a, I'm in all caps, reflected ceiling dimensions. Okay. And if I go to the layer, then I'm going to put that also on that ceiling plan layer. And then let's see, it's got that 6-inch text again. So I'm going to make that a custom text. I'm going to make that a 4-inch text because I don't want to set up a whole other text style. I'm just going to set that there. So, okay. So now when I make notes and when I draw in some dimensions for my ceiling, then it's all going to be in this set and it's only going to show up in this set. So let's click OK. And we are done. So now I am in reflected ceiling plan, reflected ceiling layer set. And so now I can just go up here and change this because I've already got those two, but I can change this to that new reflected ceiling set that I just set up. So now I've got all of this goes together, and I am going to start adding my notes and my text. So this is my tray ceiling here. So I'm going to do just some basic text here and just make a note that this is a tray ceiling and it is 12 inches raised. Let's call that raised 12 inches above ceiling. Okay. So that's going to note my tray ceiling, and that's my new text style that I did. And it's on my ceiling plan layer, so that's exactly what I want. So now I'm going to call this one my cathedral ceiling. Cathedral ceiling, and it is 9 feet to 12 feet, and it is a 12 in 12 pitch on that one. No, actually it goes to 15. It goes to about 15 feet. 12 and 12 pitch. So, and actually, let's make that centered. Attributes. And let's just center that. And then I can also add a line here to make my arrow. Oh, I always do it the wrong way. Yes, but we're going to move that line now. We don't actually want that to be on the electrical. We want to move that. So I'm going to open that up. I'm just going to open that up and change it to my reflected ceiling layer here. Oh, I called it ceiling, didn't I? Ceiling plan. And now I'm going to just move it because my slope goes this way. And then I'm going to copy and reflect that about that. So now I've got my slope showing there. So that ceiling there. All right, let's turn this layer back off now. There we go. And let's update that one so that that one's centered as well. Just because I like the way that looks better. And then let's make a note too about that there's 9-foot ceilings throughout. So I'm just going to put a note here. 9-foot ceilings throughout. Might copy that around, just there we go. Okay, let's add a couple of little dimensions here, and let's see if the interior dimension will pick up. Okay, the interior dimension is not gonna, is it? No, it's not gonna pick up my beams there. So I'm just gonna use a point-to-point dimension. So I can show where that beam sits. And then while we're in here, we'll just clean this up a little bit too. So we'll just show exactly how those are sitting in the room. Let's make sure it's snapping correctly. So this is probably showing just the main layer of this wall. It's probably not showing all of our other layers. So let's turn that on and see. Let's see where that, yeah, so that's snapping all the way to the framing layer. So that's okay. So let's turn that back off. So that's fine. And I actually want that to be 2'6". 2'6" off of that wall, so that we just take off that half. And then we're going to make this one 2'6" also. And let's just make sure that door is centered. It was not. Okay, so now that door is centered and the beams come off on either side of that door. And then let's put a point-to-point dimension. Let's show the width of the beam itself. It's 8 inches. All right, and then let's show this one is 8 inches also. And then let's show where this tray ceiling is sitting here, because it's right over that island. There we go. Actually, let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to add a note for my beams, and I'm going to use a leader line for that. And it's going to tell me, let's see, yep, it's going to tell me that it's still on my text electrical layer. So I'll just turn that on for now so that I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go there and call that a 6 by 8 decorative wood beams. So there we go, and I actually don't like the way that that looks, so, and I need to change its layer. So I'm going to just double click on that, and I'm going to go over to its appearance. I'm going to change its layer to the what did I call it? My ceiling layer. Or is it my ceiling plan? And it's a rich text, so I'm actually going to highlight that. I'm just going to make it a 4-inch. And okay. And so there we go. So now I can turn off the electrical layer. And really, I need to go into this default set and change all of that so that when I make new notes, it does not. Oh, you know what? It didn't change the layer of my arrow. I have to change that also. So I'm going to have to go back over here. See, this is why you need to get your, what is happening? I accidentally turned that off. So this is why you get your default sets, get this all set up ahead of time. So you don't spend this time going back and forth doing this. So I'm kind of doing this purposefully to show you the difference between having them preset so they just automatically do what you want versus having to go in and update them every time. This takes so much extra time when you're doing your plans. So it all comes down to efficiency. So this is why you want to get all of this stuff set up ahead of time because now I'm wasting all this time going back and forth. So now I have to go find my electrical, what was it? It was text electrical, wasn't it? That's what it was on. Text electrical, turn that back on. So I can find, there's that arrow. So I need to grab that arrow and I need to move it to my ceiling layer also. So it's my ceiling plan layer. Okay, so now I can turn off that electrical layer and now that's just my ceiling plan. Okay, so you can see the importance of getting your plan set up. And again, you can do all of this in interiors, just the same, but not in Home Designer Pro. You do have to turn on and off all of your layers each time you want to change your plan view. So there is our finished reflected ceiling plan that is all set up so that we will be able to send it to print later.